French President Emmanuel Macron will face far-right leader Marine Le Pen in the presidential election, and, on April 24, 2022, the country's future will be decided. The last time, in 2017, Macron easily won, by a margin of 66% to 34% for Le Pen. However, this time, opinion polls are predicting a much tighter race. According to analysts, abstention rates could reach 25 to 30%, particularly among left-wing voters. They are dissatisfied with Macron's pro-business agenda, particularly his tax cuts for businesses and the highest earners. For months, Macron appeared to be on track for victory, but that changed in the final stages of the campaign as food and energy prices rose. Many French people also blame Macron for not doing enough to help them cope with rising food, fuel, and heating prices. They also claim that he has ignored domestic concerns in order to focus on the conflict in Ukraine. With war raging on the European Union's eastern border, this French presidential election has significant international implications. Macron is the only leading presidential candidate who fully supports the NATO military alliance. And France is the third largest contributor to NATO's military and civil budgets. On the other hand, Le Pen has previously stated her intention to withdraw France from NATO's integrated military command and threatened to reduce France's share of the EU budget. While the centrist Macron has advocated for a more globalized worldview, the far-right Le Pen has advocated for a more protectionist economy. And, as Russian President Vladimir Putin's military assault on Ukraine continues, French power will shape Europe's response. The stakes are high. If Le Pen is elected, she will be modern France's first far-right leader and the country's first female president. While Macron would be the first French president to win re-election in 2 decades. The outcome of the French presidential election may have implications for the European Union's Indo-Pacific ambitions and regional trade. Le Pen's battles with the European Union, a history of friendship with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and a recent call for NATO-Russia rapprochement have all raised concerns for Europe. What would Marine Le Pen's victory mean for India? Historically, India and France had close and friendly relations. Apart from a close and growing bilateral relationship, the two countries entered into a strategic partnership in 1998, which illustrates their convergence of views on a variety of international issues. France is the European Union's largest maritime power. Because of its territories in the region, it is considered as a resident power. France has also helped the bloc's maritime capability building and capacity enhancement missions. India and France are both great democracies, with a lot in common and a shared set of values. Both have a strong strategic partnership that has allowed them to establish long-term cooperation in the areas of defense, energy, space, and security. And both countries are committed to promoting long-term growth. Also, the Indian and French navies have taken part in a number of regional multilateral exercises. In security, France is already among India's foremost partners. However, based on Le Pen's rhetoric, analysts are concerned about France's commitment to the Indo-Pacific and countering the Chinese threat, especially at a time when India is concerned that the US and the West are fixated with Ukraine, ignoring the Indo-Pacific. Given that India and France always had a strong bilateral relationship, France leaving the European Union would have no immediate or direct implications for India. But it will have significant influence in the Indo-Pacific. Both countries have a long-standing and regular maritime security dialogue, which began in 2016. And there are frequent meetings between both countries' national security advisors and defense ministers. Indian Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar said, in February, at the Ministerial Forum for Indo-Pacific Cooperation in Paris, that the promise of multilateralism in maintaining a regional order in the Indo-Pacific with France was a critical bridge connecting Europe with India. C. Raja Mohan, a leading analyst of India's foreign policy, said, "Both India and France are eager to deepen their security partnership and strengthen their positions in the Indian Ocean." He said, although India prefers Macron, but France has always been a close ally. Furthermore, Le Pen's views will have an impact on relations with the European Union, Russia, and Germany. "How we deal with a transition is something that all countries must deal with," he said.